Do you have a first generation Ryzen CPU and are wondering if a higher clock speed memory would benefit? Today I will benchmark 2400 and 3200 MHz RAM on a Ryzen 1600X based system. My first kit is a G.Skill FlareX 2400 MHz RAM with a capacity of 16 GB, and my second kit is a Crucial Ballistics 3200 MHz RAM with a capacity of 32 GB. The size difference will not matter for most of the benchmarks because the memory usage does not cross 10 GB in most of the tests. DaVinci Resolve rendering test is one test where the higher capacity RAM could get an advantage. I'll come to that in a bit. Today, I will do a variety of performance benchmarks like gaming, synthetic, and a few real-world tests like video encoding, rendering, and file compression. Alright, let's get started with gaming. Rise of Tomb Raider. This test is carried out with the in-game benchmark. This chart shows the comparison under two conditions. The top part of the chart shows numbers when using high quality preset, and the bottom part of the graph shows numbers in medium quality preset. Let's start from the top. If we look at the 0.1% and 1% lows, there's a percentage increase of 7.8% and 10.3% respectively. The average frame rate just shows a 0.7% improvement. The results are on the same lines with medium quality preset. The next game is GTA 5. Here again we use GTA 5's in-game benchmark with two different quality presets. Let's take a look at the numbers from high quality preset. If we look at the 0.1% and 1% lows, there's a percentage increase of 16% and 6.8% respectively. The average frame rate shows a 2.7% improvement. The next game is Ghost Recon Wildlands. Here again we use the in-game benchmark to get the numbers. Let's take a look at the numbers from the medium quality preset first. If we look at the 0.1% and 1% lows, there's a percentage increase of 13.3% and 1.7% respectively. The average frame rate shows a 7.5% improvement. So far, we have taken a look at three in-game benchmarks. Let's collectively look at them in one chart in terms of percentage improvement. It tells me something interesting. The percentage improvement in average frame rate is not much, but there is an improvement in 0.1% and 1% lows. Just to remind you, the 0.1% and 1% lows are the worst performers. So looks like the high speed RAM helps improve the worst performers. That's an interesting observation I have from running these tests. The next game is Witcher 3. This game doesn't have an in-game benchmark, so these numbers are from actual gameplay. As you can see, there's barely any difference between the two RAMs. The RX 580 could have been a bottleneck here, and the fact that the benchmarks were run with Hairworks enabled. Next, we have results from two benchmark tools, 3D Mark and Heaven. First, let's take a look at 3D Mark TimeSpy demo. There's barely any difference in the numbers between the two RAMs because it's mainly for testing DirectX 12 performance of graphics cards. Next, we have the Heaven benchmark. Just like the 3D, there's hardly any difference between the two RAMs because it's a GPU intensive benchmark. Now let's move on to video encoding. Here I encode a video file using X264 and X265 encoders. The top part of the chart shows the time taken to encode a video file using X264 in medium quality preset. The bottom part of the chart shows the time taken to encode a video file using X265 in fast preset. Let's take a closer look at the X264 first. It takes 8 seconds less, which is a 3.6% decrease in time taken. In case of X265, there's a 7 seconds improvement, which translates to a 2% decrease. So when it comes to video encoding, there isn't a big gain to be made when upgrading to high-speed RAM. Next test is file compression. Let's take a closer look at the first benchmark. Here I compress multiple XML files whose combined file size is about 250 MB. there is a 10-second difference in the time taken, which translates to 8.2% reduction in time. Let's take a look at second test. Here I compress a 4 GB video file. There's a 66 seconds difference in the time taken, which translates to 21% reduction in the time. File compression is a test which shows quite a big improvement when using high-speed RAM. Now let's check the benchmark results when rendering a video using DaVinci Resolve 16. The first test is rendering a video in 1080p. There's a 50-second difference, which translates to almost 30% decrease in time taken. Let's take a look at the second test, which is rendering a video in 4K. There's an 18 seconds difference, which translates to 5% decrease in time taken. Now, DaVinci Resolve test is one test where the RAM with high capacity could get an unfair advantage. Hence, take this result with a pinch of salt. Now finally, let's take a look at some synthetic test results. First is AIDA64. The first test compares the read, write and copy performance. The numbers are all in favor of the high-speed RAM. For example, in case of copy, there's a 40% improvement in the numbers. In case of latency, the time drops from 90 to 78.2, which is a 13% decrease. Now let's take a look at Cinebench R20. Here again we see an improvement when using high-speed RAM. The score improves from 2750 to 2774. So based on the benchmarks you saw, it's not like a high-speed RAM will benefit all applications. There are some which will benefit and there are some which won't matter. Hope you found this helpful and can make an informed decision based on what you need. Thanks for watching.